Hi, and welcome to another video where I show you how I approach drawing a comic. This is again the planning, preliminary thumbnailing, and then going into full finished pencils. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist on the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 25 years now, and I'm here to empower you. So every single one of the comics that I've been working on has been a unique challenge, and this one is no exception. Interesting though, this is one of the comics I was most looking forward to doing because it was going to be simple, it was going to be fun. I wanted to really draw Lou, the character Lou, and I thought the gag was fun. But then I also was looking forward to kind of creating the environment he was going to be in, because he is the god of disease. He is Babalu, the god of disease and healing. And so I kind of wanted to add a little bit of African flavor to his house, his environment, but also have hints of what he is. That he's about death, he's about disease, but he's also about healing. And so I wanted all those elements in there, and it was going to be a very simple cartoon of him just sitting watching TV with a bowl of popcorn. And on The Simpsons, we draw The Simpsons watching TV all the time. So the challenge was to draw a person watching TV and have it not look like something out of The Simpsons. So that to me was a bit of a making sure that I actually got something that was unique just for this particular comic. So without further ado, let me show you what I did. So as always, I start with the script, and then here was the part. Here was the difficult part. Coming up with something that looked natural of watching TV. And the first thing I started doing after a while, you know, I just searched all over the internet. This is the part that you didn't see. Hours on the internet looking for stuff, until I finally got to a pose that I really liked, and then I just ripped it off. And I think that was the part that worked, was just looking and looking and looking for the internet just to find just the right pose. And then set it up so that it didn't look like something out of The Simpsons. So, you know, it was a different house, it was a different couch, and then there she's sitting in a pose that you would never see on The Simpsons. And then it's time to create the perspective grid, make sure that he's actually in a real environment or in real space. And I added a bunch of details in the back just to indicate what his environment was going to be like. And as you will be able to see on the left, you're going to see me pop up the photo reference over and over and over just to just get an idea as to the pose, because I really like the pose. But you will also see all the different environment references that I got in order to make his environment feel more like the character, because the environment that you draw for somebody's house should tell you a little bit of something about the character. But to me, the pose definitely was very, very, very important. And here I have the model underneath so that I could get the proportions just right. And this was really kind of tricky too, because his head had to be done in perspective. He's very anatomical, very buff, hard-bodied guy. He's a beautiful man, right? So I had to make sure to capture how beautiful he actually is. And here's off screen, I took a photo of my hand so that I could more accurately draw that hand. And there's the TV that I used as reference. Everything needed to feel authentic. And then now I'm tightening up the line work. It didn't need to be absolutely perfect, but it needed to at least be clearer. And so here is the final version of the one pose. So now it's time to draw the rest. And now that I've gotten the main pose, here's the drawing where he actually goes through his little magical metamorphosis and turns female. So the new model is popped in, and I needed to put her in the exact same position. And this time she needed to be reaching into the popcorn. So I believe I actually may have also taken a photo of my hand as if I was reaching in to get a popcorn. There you go. There's a few drawings there of hands getting the now her clothes is much baggier on her body. There's a hand drawing from, and then this is the one that I picked. She's reaching in for popcorn. Otherwise, I kind of copied and pasted it's the exact same legs. I didn't really change that all that much. But her clothes now don't fit. He wears tight clothes, and then he turns female, and the clothes, and he becomes much smaller and baggier. So so there I am with the reference for the hand. This was the most challenging of the poses. Character looking down. I believe that this is not what I left. I kept. When a person actually looks down, their eyes disappear beneath their eyelids, and I kept on fighting that. I kept on trying to be able to see the eyes, and no matter how much I tried, it just didn't work. I even convinced myself I was ready to move on, and I did move on. With this last pose, it's basically the same exact echo of the first pose, only now it's female. So this was probably the easiest of all the poses to do. And I just needed to make sure that the drawing was working, and minor adjustments, things like that. But at the end of the day, that looking down pose, I kept on working on it. I kept on working on it. I kept on working. I'm like, nope. So finally, what I ended up doing is, I think I actually looked up reference as usual. There you go. And sure enough, see, when you're looking down, the eyes you can barely see them. And now it looks right. Now it looks right. That's why it's really helpful to use reference to see what things actually look like in real life, and things will look more natural. All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this has been helpful. I hope that this shows you the challenges that even when you're doing imaginative drawing, it really does help to look at reality, to post things out, to look at reference. Just to make sure you got it. Double check yourself. Make sure that that your memory of what you're observing is actually, in fact, genuine and sincere. Okay, so thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you next time. All right, bye.